One of Dan's daughters, Pam, was discharged from the Air Force in San Francisco in the early 80s and always wanted to move to San Diego. She did so, and Ruth and Dan would visit her on occasion, along with his nephew, Todd Frank. At this point, Dan would also visit San Bernardino. Cajon Pass and Tehachapi Loop were also on his schedule. Cajon Pass and Tehachapi Loop are two of the most popular rail sites to watch. Dan actually started Cajon Pass layout in his basement in HO scale first, and then changed to O scale, where it remains today. In the mid-'80s, G scale, that is presently outside, began gaining popularity. At the beginning, Dan erected Tehachapi Loop, and it traversed through the hot tub room. It still remains in that location. As with all projects, expansion was inevitable, and some trees were taken out and tons of sand were moved to the present location with his bobcat. This was the creation of Cajon Pass. Tehachapi Loop is located 26 miles east of Bakersfield, California, while Cajon Pass is 15 miles north of San Bernardino between the San Gabriel Mountains and San Bernardino Mountains. Burlington Northern Santa Fe Railroad and the Union Pacific share track rights in both Tehachapi and Cajon Pass. Dan shot many pictures and recorded many videos in the two areas and looked forward to many, many more. His wife, Ruth, says that all trains look alike. She has probably been labeled as Ruthie Shopper by many people. Well, Dan believes that he's like her in a sense, that he likes shopping for trains. You'll observe two of his favorite trains, the first being the Santa Fe Super Chief passenger train and the huge 4884 Big Boy steam engine. The Super Chief was named the Train of the Stars. It would leave Chicago and arrive in Los Angeles in approximately 40 hours. The paint scheme of the engines was dubbed as one of the classiest of all railroads with its red and silver design. Upon your arrival, you observe the railroad motor car in the Santa Fe paint scheme. This was maintenance vehicle used by all railroads to check track and signals. Now, of course, they used pickup trucks with railroad wheels attached to negotiate the rails. This has enabled the maintenance worker to get off the rails and take to the highway when needed. You are now in the replica of the Santa Fe Depot at Edelston, Illinois. The original depot was torn down in 1969. Dan built this 8 years ago to house many engines by headquarters for the outdoor railroad. It's my man cave, is what he says. The next thing you see is the San Bernardino Depot. A year and 4 months in the making. The real depot burned down in 1917. A new one was erected in 1918 at the cost of $800,000. By today's standards, it would cost over $15 million. The length of the building is 481 feet. This model is 18 feet in length at a scale of 1 to 29 in feet. Dan's helpers on this project were Richard Schultz, Robert Spencer, and Dr. Fred Waite. All the wonderful people involved in this railroad over the last 17 years are listed below. Of course, the First Lady, Dan's wife Ruthie, Richard Schultz, Fred Waite, Bob Spencer, Aaron Deers, grandson Brady Kelly, Paul Negast, Tom Beachy, Jim Reagan, Dr. Arnie Utzinger, Nick Glab, son Tony Glab, Mike Hoth, Matt Welke, Bob Welke, and Craig Olson. Thanks for coming. We hope you enjoyed our show. Watch for our date next year on your email, Facebook, or text. There's always something new to see. Sincerely, Dan and Ruthie Hiller.